owned one of the balloons that Biden popped. It was an 11-year-old. Alert, Joe Biden's on a weather balloon killing spree.
These three objects were most likely balloons tied to private companies, recreation or research institutions studying weather or conducting other scientific research.
Actually, primetime is a pretty good idea, what Joe shot down. A hobby club in Illinois called the Northern Illinois Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade, yep, the Balloon Brigade, says they're missing their balloon. The last time the Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade saw their balloon, it was floating over Canada on February 11th, the same day Biden shot down a balloon over Canada. Now, the Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade's balloon cost $12. So Joe shot a $12 balloon with a $500,000 missile. President Biden sent F-22s to take down the Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade's $12 balloon. All because Biden got some bad polling after taking a week to pop the Chinese spy balloon. So Biden finally broke his silence and sent a clear message to the Bottleneck Balloon Brigade. The United States will not rest until every father-son balloon hobbyist has their $12 helium balloon violently removed from Northern American airspace.
We don't yet know exactly what these three objects were. As the events of the previous days have shown, we'll always act to protect the interest of the American people and the security of the American people.
So who is the Bottleneck Balloon Brigade? Well, they're a ragtag group of hobbyists ages 11 and up who started their balloon club after watching the Disney movie Up. The brigade claims they inflate the $12 balloon with helium. It's about the size of Johnny, maybe two Johnnies. They slap a tracking device on it and then watch the red dot float around in their phones. Their brigade is literally seeing where the wind blows, or as Joe sees it, potential adversaries that will meet the full force of the U.S. military. No more enjoying hobbies on my watch, said Joe Biden. As for the Chinese balloon that Biden claims he spied on before it spied on us, Biden said he's getting to the bottom of it.
I expect to be speaking with President Xi, and I hope we are going to get to the bottom of this. But I make no apologies for taking down that balloon. Thank you very much.
The question wasn't. There's been criticism. There's been criticism that this wasn't. There's been criticism that this.
You're trying to compromise by your family's business relations.
Sir, Mr. President, there has been criticism.
Did you overreact?
Mr. President, there has been criticism that this was an overreaction that was done because of political pressure.
You come to my office and ask the question when you have more polite people.
Dana Perino is the co-host of The Five and America's Newsroom. So it's $12 balloon, Dana.
Yeah.
Came out of Northern Illinois, father-son duo. This is a big threat to the homeland.
Can you imagine how much the Chinese are laughing at this moment? They're like, one, they didn't shoot our spy craft down until after it had gone across the United States and out into the Atlantic. And then they spend $400,000 per shoot down, right? So if the balloon, right, the Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade, if that was one that we initially missed,
yeah,
and then hit again, that's $800,000.
So we missed the Balloon Brigade
initially.
Well, you don't understand. They have very evasive tactics.
Yes, I'm
the Northern Illinois Bottle Cap
I also
Balloon
don't
Brigade.
Understand why couldn't you just have a pilot do a flyby? Be like,
Dana,
it's fine. It's
we had to prove to the American people that Joe was not going to let anything enter our airspace. Not a seagull, not a balloon, nothing. So your reaction to how he handled the people's questions there, because, I mean, it's been almost a week.
So I cannot believe that it's been a week. This is the first time that we've had a shoot down over North America in our country, right? And so you would think that the commander-in-chief would understand that there is a vacuum. When there is a vacuum of information, that means something is going to fill it. What was filling it? Well, even the DOD said, we have no idea what it was.
Aliens.
Could have been. And so then they had, I think, a lot of nerve to mock anybody who said, is it aliens? Without providing any information.
It's not aliens, Dana. It is the Bottle Cap Balloon Brigade.
Now we know that, and it is. I think not only was it $800,000 to miss once and then shoot it down.
Yeah.
Think of the cost of losing face around the world.
Yeah.
And now the president wants to have a huge task force, and we're going to talk about all these balloons. When what they can't do at the White House is explain the contradiction of allowing the Chinese spy craft that they tracked from Hainan Island all the way across compared to these balloons. And I think that you're right. They got pushed into it because of.
Well, I mean,
pulling
after
them.
Afghanistan, which was the greatest air evacuation ever.
Don't forget it.
And then, this assault on this hobby club. I think our enemies around the world and our allies are probably on notice.
Hey, don't forget there was the biggest airlift of baby formula as well in order to help make sure that all of America's babies could eat.
All right. Listen, if you're planning any sort of gender reveal party and the balloon's going up, be careful.
Just, $1.6 million.
And it's just
for the 3 that went down.
We'll just print some more.